Well, hello everybody at St Bernadette's Catholic Primary School. My name's Alistair Humphreys. I'm an adventurer and an author, and I wrote the books The Boy Who Bite the World, which are storybooks based on my own 4-year bicycle journey all the way around the world. And you have very kindly been reading my book at school. And even better than that, you've sent me lots of amazing letters with very impressive handwriting, lots of hard work, a lot of time and effort. I'm very, very impressed. And best of all, lots and lots of questions. So what I thought I'd do is choose some of the questions to answer. I'm sorry I won't be able to answer all of them, but I will do my best to answer quite a lot of them because we've got a lot of questions here and they are great. Right, here we are. First up, who have we got here? We've got, where we go? Leo F and Yara say, where did you get the idea of cycling around the world? Well, I got the idea of cycling around the world and all the other adventures I've done from reading books. The great thing about books is they are a secret power to teach you about anything in the universe that you're interested in. And you can just find out stuff and get excited and want to do it yourself. So I started reading books about other people doing adventures, and that encouraged me to want to do it myself. Good question. Seb says, what was your favorite animal that you came across and why? Favorite animal? Grizzly bears in Alaska, pretty cool. Crocodiles, Central America, kind of scary. Llamas in the high Andes. Everyone likes an elephant. Lots of monkeys running around. Quite a lot of countries with monkeys in. Don't like dogs chasing bikes. Don't like mosquitoes eating cyclists. Favorite. I'm going to choose a whale. When I sailed across the Atlantic Ocean, the ocean's open and blue and you're thousands of miles from land and you just la 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 la, and then whoosh, a whale leaps into the air, whoosh, and disappears again. And that's it. And you just have this little glimpse, this reminder that, wow, you are in a wild and natural place out there and you have no control over it. Will the whale come back? Please come back, Mr. Whale. Will it come back or not? So that's really magical to see something like that. Arthur and Laura want to know, what's the most fun country you've been to? Interesting. People often ask me my favorite country, but you asked the most fun. Fun. Oof. I loved Colombia. Colombia's got great music. It's really warm and sunny. People are outside. There's music playing. There's really nice food. There's delicious fruit smoothies. It's got a slightly crazy, wild atmosphere. So I'm going to choose Colombia. Really good music. Look up some Colombian music. Listen to that in your maths lesson. Right. Adam wants to know, how did I feel when I left my family? I felt sad, and it's going on my adventure was great, but I was also often lonely, and I missed my friends, and I missed my family, and I missed my home, and I missed my bed. So it's quite sad, and lonely, and sometimes a bit boring. But the plus side is you make lots of new friends. So it is hard going away, but it's nice to come back again. And see everyone again and appreciate them a bit more rather than finding them too annoying like you sometimes do if you spend a lot of time with your family. Arjan, who's the kindest person you met and why? Gosh, Arjan, so many people were kind on my adventure. Before I set off, I was worried that the world would be dangerous and scary because if you look on the TV news, there's bad, horrible stuff happening everywhere, every day. And yet, when you get to lots of different countries around the world which seem terrible on the news, you get to these countries and they're great, full of decent, kind, lovely people having normal lives like you and me. And every day I'd meet people who gave me food or water or helped me with directions or smiled at me or said hello, made me feel welcome in the world. So choosing the kindest might be hard. I'll pick one example though. In Alaska, I was hundreds of miles from a town in the middle of absolutely nowhere on a gravel road heading north to the Arctic Ocean. And a car went zooming past me on a gravel road and dust flying. And I didn't think anything of it, but you didn't see much traffic. So that might be it for a couple of hours. Emptiness. And then a few hours later, boom, the car zooms past me the other way. Cloud. But this time it slams on its brakes and skids to a halt. Dust flying. And as I pull up to see what they want to chat about, the lady in the car opens her window and she hands me a takeaway pizza box. And on the seat next to her is a big pile of takeaway pizzas. And she'd driven for hours to get to the nearest takeaway pizza, heading home to her big family. And she said, you know, we've got loads of pizza here. You look like you could really do the pizza. Enjoy it. And then she drove off into the dust. And I knew nothing more about it than that. How kind is that to give an adventurer, a stranger, a gift like that? And I was so grateful. And that was delicious. Oscar says, why are you such a good storyteller? Well, thank you very much, Oscar. That's very kind. It's interesting you say that, because actually right now I'm answering these questions to you because I've got a bit bored with writing my next book. Look, this is how my next book looks at the moment. It looks probably like some of your schoolwork when you write an essay and then you have to do all the corrections. Look, I've got so much red ink and all these mistakes I've made, and there's so much work still to do. And I've been thinking, I'll never turn this into a good book. So thank you for saying you like my storytelling. That's made me feel better. I don't think I am that good at storytelling, but let's assume I am. Thank you. I suppose what I try and do is make you, the reader, come with me. Because when you're describing, so imagine you're describing to me now your bedroom. You say, oh yeah, my bedroom's great. It's really nice. The nicest room in the world. It's lovely. And the reason you think that is because in your head, you're seeing the pictures on the walls and you're feeling the soft duvet that you like to lie on, and you're hearing the music playing from the radio that you like to listen to, and you can taste the delicious banana sandwich that you're eating while you lie in your bed. And these are all reasons why that room's special to you. But you need to show me that. You need to take what's in your brain and show it to me, because I know nothing about your room. Show us what you're doing. And the other way of getting to be good at telling stories is just by reading lots of books and copying the styles of people you like. Next question. Was there really a scorpion in your shoe? Lucia and Rita. So the book I've written is kind of true. I did cycle around the world. These things happen to me, but you have to slightly little change things just to make the story a bit more exciting. So the reality of my cycling around the world is that every day in the desert, I would, in the morning, shake out my shoes to check that there were no scorpions in. And that's a sensible thing to do when you're in a desert. And that's what the information I wanted to give you in the book. But it's a bit more exciting if there's an actual scorpion. So maybe I exaggerated a little bit. I saw lots of scorpions, but didn't have any in my shoe. By the way, you know those lights that you get like discos where it shines and it makes white stuff really shine bright in the dark? If you get a torch of those, is it ultraviolet? I think it's ultraviolet. If you shine those torches around in the desert at night, you shine one on the scorpion, they glow bright under ultraviolet light. What's the weirdest food that you tried? Asks Tanya. I eat a lot of weird food. But the funny thing is that what we think is weird, other people think is normal. So, for example, if you get someone from a country who maybe they grow, it's a sort of poorer country where they just grow some vegetables in their fields, and then when they want to eat a chicken, they kill a chicken and eat a chicken. They might find the food that we eat pretty weird when you look at the ingredients of something that we eat and you read out things like sweeteners, aspartame, acetylene K, flavorings, phosphoric acid, citric acid, phenylalanine, and then you think, now that is weird. Not the vegetables and the chicken. So weirdness is slightly what you make of it, but maybe I'll say dog. Eating dog's pretty weird if you like dogs. What's that I hear? Are you asking me what does dog taste like? Let me explain. The best way I can explain what dog tastes like is It tastes pretty similar to cat. Right. Next question. Leo, what's your favourite memory of the trip? My favourite memory must be just the kindness of people, of people just being really nice and looking after you around the world. That, I suppose, plus some beautiful sunsets out in the middle of nowhere, sleeping in your tent, camping wild, under the stars. I love that sort of thing. Sienna asks, what was the toughest part of my journey? Loneliness. Having 4 years until I reached the end. So it was really hard to keep motivated, to keep working hard when the reward was 4 years away. And so what I had to do was try and enjoy every day, not just the end point, but enjoy the journey of getting towards that. And that's kind of hard to do. I also found it really hard to have very, very little money. And so every single day to be just worried about money, buying only the cheapest foods. It's quite a struggle to be like that, but it's taught me some very, very helpful lessons for later on in life. Which maybe leads on to the last question of how do you not get sick of banana sandwiches? Talking about always trying to eat cheap food. Well, there's a few answers. Number one, banana sandwiches are delicious. How dare you be rude about them? Number two, when you're a cyclist doing a lot of exercise, everything tastes delicious. So you just want to eat so much and it makes things taste delicious. And number three, I guess I didn't have much cash, so I just had to try and eat cheap food. So I always had a choice. I could think, do I want to eat really expensive, delicious food? Do I want to have a lobster for breakfast and steak for lunch and champagne in my water bottles and deliciousness, but then run out of money? Or do I just want to eat simple food, sleep in my tent and have a longer adventure? So that was my choice. It was a way of keeping the journey going for longer. Thank you very much, Mrs. Hart and Miss Milford, for your support. And thank you to everyone in Year 4 for all these brilliant questions. Thank you even more for reading my book, The Boy Who Bite the World. If you've enjoyed that, when you get to the end of it, you might want to read The Girl Who Rode the Ocean to see what happens when Tom's sister rows the Atlantic. And then hopefully by the end of the school year, you might want to read or be able to read my book, which is currently rubbish and messy, but hopefully will be an actual real book. Top secret. I think it's going to be called Canoe Adventure. And it's what Tom and Lucy do after these ones. But I haven't finished it yet. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Do I want to finish recording? Yes. Press here to stop recording. Okay. This is a bit embarrassing now, but I think I need to press this. Yes, I do. Okay. Bye-bye.